Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best powerful blenders.
Starting at number 5.
Hamilton Beach Professional. You can't avoid the fact that blenders make noise, but you can avoid the loudest models if your roommates or family are usually asleep when you're blending. The best quiet blender for smoothies that we've tested is the Hamilton Beach Professional Quiet Blender. It uses a plastic dome to muffle noise, making it much quieter than most blenders we've tested. It's also well built, easy to clean by hand, and has an automatic program for smoothies. Like all the blenders listed here, it's superb for making silky smooth drinks with ingredients like leafy greens and ice. However, it has a smaller capacity than the similarly priced Breville the Fresh and Furious since its jar only holds 32 ounces. You can use the noise dome as a serving pitcher, but not for blending. If you're concerned with versatility, you might prefer the much pricier Wolf Gourmet Pro Performance Blender. It doesn't have a noise dome and isn't as quiet as the Hamilton Beach, but it's still very quiet for a full-size blender. It's better suited for multiple servings since it has a 64-ounce jar. This premium option is sturdier and works better for multi-purpose use since it can smoothly blend thick recipes like nut butter.
Coming at number 4.
Oster Blender Pro. The Oster Pro 1200 is the best blender for smoothies in the budget range that we've tested. As you might expect from a cheaper machine, it feels less well-built than the other blenders recommended here. Its 48-ounce main jar is also the smallest, which might be an issue if you usually blend multiple servings. That said, it comes with a 24-ounce jar and to-go lid, so you don't need to spend extra if you want a personal blending jar that doubles as a travel cup. When it comes to making smoothies, it doesn't quite match the virtually perfectly smooth texture you get with all of the previous picks, but it'll still do a fantastic job with most recipes. It easily crushes ice, but the manufacturer says not to add more than 6 ice cubes at once, while most full-size blenders can handle twice that. You can remove the blade assembly from the main jar, making it easy to clean by hand. However, it only comes with one blade assembly instead of one for each jar, so you need to disassemble and reassemble it when you switch jars. Some parts of the blender feel flimsy and not very sturdy, but you can get it with a 3-year US warranty, depending on where you buy it, which is long for a blender.
At number 3.
Breville Fresh. If you're looking for a cheaper blender for smoothies, with an arguably more entertaining name, you might prefer the Breville the Fresh and Furious. It's less versatile than the KitchenAid K400 and Vitamix 5200 since it's not meant for blending hot ingredients, but it can make an equally well-blended smoothie, even with stubborn elements like leafy greens. It has no difficulty crushing ice cubes, and its controls include smoothie and green smoothie blending programs. It's also quieter than the KitchenAid and easier to clean by hand since its design makes it easier to reach the bottom of the jar and clean around the blades. While it's well built overall, it doesn't feel as sturdy as previous picks. It has a slightly smaller capacity than the K400 and takes more blending time to produce similar results. Also, Breville doesn't sell personal jars for single-serve smoothies. This blender is well suited for blending small batches in its main jar, but if you want personal jars, you might prefer the Ninja Footy Power Pitcher System. It comes with a 72-ounce main pitcher, a 24 ounces personal jar, and a 14 ounces smoothie bowl maker that's helpful for thicker recipes. It has a lower maximum blending speed and doesn't match the Breville blender's performance in processing fibrous ingredients, so smoothies with kale will have more grains left over.
Number 2 of my list.
KitchenAid K400 Variable. The KitchenAid K400 is a cheaper option with a similar performance when blending common smoothie ingredients, like fruit, leafy greens, and ice cubes. It's not as well built as the Vitamix 5200 and has a much shorter, 1-year warranty, again, depending on where you buy it. Still, it blends fibrous ingredients like fruit and leafy greens into a smooth puree, whether you're blending small volumes for single serves or using the jar's full 56-ounce capacity for multiple servings. Like the Vitamix, it only comes with its main jar, but KitchenAid sells personal jars for single-serve smoothies separately. Its controls also include a few blending programs, so the blender can stop automatically when it's done. It's more challenging to clean by hand than the Vitamix since it can be difficult to reach under the blades. However, that's most noticeable with sticky ingredients, and it's less of an issue if you're mostly making liquidy recipes like smoothies. Similarly, it doesn't include a tamper and isn't easy to use for thicker mixtures like hummus or nut butter. Again, that's fine if you only use your blender for smoothies, but if you care about overall versatility, it's worth keeping in mind.
And number 1.
Vitamix 5200 Blender. The Vitamix 5200 is the best blender for smoothies we've tested. This sturdy, premium blender might be overkill if you want a blender for simple smoothies, but it's worth considering if you're looking for a durable machine and the smoothest blends. It comes with a 64-ounce jar to accommodate big batches and smoothly blends difficult, fibrous ingredients like leafy greens and fruit skin. Unlike many full-size blenders, it processes small batches for single serves just as well as bigger batches. If you want a smaller jar for single-serve smoothies, you can purchase a personal-sized blending jar separately from Vitamix, although that is an added expense. It's very well built and has a long 7-year warranty, depending on where you buy it. The controls are simple, consisting of a speed dial and a switch for pulsing. That's all you need for any recipe, but it means you stop the blender manually when it's done, so you may find it less convenient than a blender with automatic blending programs. If you want blending programs, some other full-size models from Vitamix are strong choices, like the Vitamix A3500. As part of Vitamix's Ascent series, it's a more expensive option, but it's packed with extra features, including 5 blending programs and a companion app that you can use to access more. The pricier A3500 is much quieter, and its jar is also dishwasher safe, unlike the 5200s. If you're willing to spend more on additional jars, you can purchase a smaller pitcher or personal jars for single serves.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.